Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. That's right, it's me. It's Monday. I'm back. I'm hoping that the dogs will stay quiet, at least for the next 10 minutes. So, welcome back to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave, folks. My name, is, again, as always, is Dave. I have gray hair. I have a gray beard. I have glasses like the guy that's in the artwork. And I think he's a better looking guy than me. And I have a green shirt like that. In fact, I'm going to wear that green shirt today. I have one of those wonderful annual physicals due today, and I'm going to wear my green t shirt to be happy about that. So, how was your weekend? I hope your weekend was great. Mine was pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy about it. The weather was nice. It's hot and muggy down here in Central Florida. It's like in the 90s in the afternoon. And man, the humidity was up there. So it was hot. How is it in your world? Let me know it is where you're living. Leave me a message on 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. And let me know what your world is like in weather-wise. I'm curious. I really am. I'm looking to expand my horizons and maybe do a little. Who knows? Maybe a little traveling. Maybe not. But anyways, as advertised, this is episode number 91, and I did say we'd get back to the 70s this week, and we're going to. So I wanted to. 77 for me was just a year of work, casual dating, and nothing really. Let's put it mildly, nothing exact, fabulous or over the moon happened to me that day or that year that I can remember. But let's see what's happening in 1978, right? This one was fun because I love airline stuff, anything to do with airports and airlines. I gravitate towards this stuff. So in August of 81, which is not 1974, of course, the airline traffic controllers went on strike. And we all remember what Ronald Reagan did, right? He said, no, no, no. Yeah, he wasn't having any of that with the airline traffic controllers. You know what else was big that year? What happened in Guyana? The People's Temple of Jonestown. I don't know if you all remember this wackadoodle. Jim Jones, he had this cult. And in 1978, 900 people of his church, the People's Temple, they all committed suicide, a mass suicide. Just absolutely nuts. My God. Oh my God, it was, I don't know. Here's a fun one. The first Garfield comic strip debuted in 1978. What else happened that was interesting? Let's just see here. Oh, do 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 do. Anyways, price of gas was 63 cents a gallon. Guess I better adjust my teeth. Oh God, the average income was up to $17,000 a year, and the average monthly rent was 260. And that sounds about right. I think I was paying 250, 260 for my apartment back then, which was not bad. Really wasn't. And I had this apartment, and it was a house, but it was a house that had full scale apartments in it. I mean, living room, kitchens, bedrooms. They were all one bedrooms. Down below me, I was on a second floor. Down below me was this wonderful older couple. They had been living there for years and years and years. The landlord told me. I don't remember the landlord's name, but she was very, very friendly, very, very cooperative. And you need something, you call me. And one of the things that I found interesting, comparing it to today's world, Well, she came around to collect the rent on the first, and she knew that I worked swing shift. She knew I worked at the mill. And of course, if I wasn't going to be there, I'd leave an envelope for her. That was cool. It's no big deal. And if I had a problem, just call, and she'd have her guy come out and fix things, or her husband, or whatever. Another cool thing about that apartment was across the street from me was a pretty good sized church. So on Sundays, if I was off, I had something to watch. People going back and forth to church, even though I may not have been going to church at that time. And little beknownst to me, it was a sign that I should maybe be going to church. If I'm not mistaken, it was a Lutheran church, and I'm an Episcopalian. What's the difference? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Everybody worships God is worshiping God. So, anyways, that was fun. The girl next door upstairs, every once in a while she and I'd get together and have a drink out in the backyard or something like that. She was a nice girl. And I don't remember the person on the first floor on the other side, but my my roommates downstairs, not my roommates, my neighbors down below me in the wintertime really, really helped me with my electric bill and for heating because they kept their apartment so warm. Oh my, they kept the apartment so warm that I rarely had to turn the heat on. It was great. There was a garage out back, which of course nobody parked in. But if you needed to, you could put your vehicle in the backyard. But we all parked out front on the boulevard, um, which was fine. Only one time during my life there was I broke into, and they didn't steal anything really. They realized there was nothing there to steal. Um, what else is going on in that year? Oh yeah, 1978. Disco was in. Disco was in. Oh my God. Yeah. So don't take this wrong, folks. I don't hate disco. I like some of the disco songs that were out there. Let me tell you some about the top. Let's go to the top 15. In 1978, Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb. Night Fever by the Bee Gees. Okay. You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Kiss You All Over by Exile. How Deep Is Your Love, the Bee Gees. Baby Come Back by Player. Love Is Thicker Than Water by Andy Gibb. Boogie Oogie Oogie by A Taste of Honey. Three Times a Lady by the Commodores. That was a love disco song. Grease by Frankie Valli. I Go Crazy by Paul Davis. You're the One That I Want by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Emotion by Samantha Sang. Lay Down Sally by Eric Clapton. Miss You by the Rolling Stones. Now, how many times did you hear the Bee Gees in there? Quite a few. Andy Gibb was in there quite a few times also. He was a Gibbs brother. Tell you what, man, that was their era. It really was. Yeah, he had three songs that hit the top 100 that year, and unfortunately, he passed away early in life. So, what were you listening to back in 1978? Do you remember? I have to go back to the Billboard charts to remember some of these sometimes because they're not always right up there forefront in your mind. But I tell you what, they bring back good memories. And it was amazing how music was changing. Rock was still there, rock and roll still there, hard rock, hard metal was still there, but disco was coming in and eventually going out. Phases and fads, man. It's what it is. So again, what were you listening to? Think about it. Look it up. Go, oh yeah, I remember that when you were young. So do me a favor. Let me know what songs you were listening to. Let me know it. 5 minutes with Gray Hair Dave. That's the number 5 minutes with grayhairdave.com. Leave me a message on the contact me page or tap that little microphone in the bottom right hand corner on any of the pages. Now, my podcast page, the page for my podcast, my website for the podcast is provided to me by podpage.com. I pay for this every month, which is great. It's not that expensive, but it's so simple. If you're thinking of starting a podcast, once you get the podcast started, you go to Podpage and he imports all your RSS feeds and it starts to build it. It's really amazing. You can have your website up in a couple of minutes, basically. You can tweak it yourself, and you have editing rights, and you can move things around and do this and that. But it's really, really worth it. I'm going to put a link to him up there on the website in the show notes today, actually. And I'm also going to put a link to Sticker Mule, where I get my T-shirts from. And if you like my logo and you're looking for a new logo, it's kind of cartoonish or characterish, I use Lovejoy Zombies. I'll put a link up for them too. So obviously I'm having a hard time talking today, folks. It's Monday. I don't know what's going on. It's my Friday for work. But you have a great day. Don't forget, folks, if you know somebody who doesn't know what a podcast is, doesn't know how to find one, doesn't know how to download or play one, show them for me, will you? And on behalf of I Can't Talk Very Good today, this is Gray Hair Dave saying, you have a great day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Don't forget, this is episode 91. 92 comes tomorrow if you're keeping track. Bye-bye.